Bethesda recently dropped their new DLC for Starfield Shattered Space, and it's safe to say the reception has been lukewarm at best, with 2,000 reviews already pouring out on Steam as mostly negative and only 31% of reviews being positive. On top of this, Starfield itself is sitting at mixed reviews with only 59% being positive, a lower rating than even the disastrous Fallout 76 that currently sits at mostly positive with 75% of reviews being positive. This is an interesting comparison because when Fallout 76 first came out on the scene, it was a glitchy mess, and it does look like Bethesda at least improved Fallout 76 over time. However, with Starfield, it doesn't look like it will receive the same treatment with the Shattered Space DLC, because it doesn't really improve some of the core problems of Starfield, like the loading screens and gameplay mechanics. The reception from fans seem to indicate that they're not happy with what Bethesda has done with the Shattered Space DLC. Not a good look overall for the future of Bethesda, but perhaps the most concerning thing about this is the recent comments from Bethesda developers regarding Starfield and its DLC, with the lead writer of Starfield, Emil Pagliarulo, in an interview with GamesRadar stating, "I think in a lot of ways Starfield is the hardest thing Bethesda has ever done. We pushed ourselves to make something totally different, to just jam into an Xbox the biggest, richest space simulation RPG anyone could imagine. That we pulled it off makes Starfield something of a technical marvel. It's also in a lot of ways the best game we've ever made. But for us, most importantly, Starfield has its own unique personality and now sits right next to Fallout and Elder Scrolls." Where to even begin with this? To me, this is incredibly wrong on so many levels and reeks of turning a blind eye to the criticism that Starfield is receiving. For starters, the comment that Emil made about them working so hard on Starfield and how it's totally different, how it's the biggest and richest space simulation RPG anyone could make, is actually depressing for me to hear as a longtime fan of Bethesda games. If by rich he means procedurally generated boring planets with minimally handcrafted locations, boring bland writing, lifeless dull wooden NPCs with terrible facial expressions, then okay, you nailed this with Starfield, Emil. And the fact that he had the audacity to put the abomination of Starfield next to the beloved Elder Scrolls and Fallout really makes me want to. I will give him one thing though, and that is Starfield is definitely large and empty. How exciting. And add on top of this, the head man himself at Bethesda, Todd Howard, back in May, claimed that people didn't like Starfield because it's different. Todd, Emil, and everyone at Bethesda, I have news for you. People don't like Starfield because the game itself is not good. The quality is noticeably worse than the past Bethesda games in so many ways, and you may be fooling some people, like the ones who will blindly defend Starfield, but you're not fooling everyone, including me. How about you guys take your heads out of the sand, stop ignoring the obvious flaws of Starfield and the feedback from fans, and actually listen. Take the feedback and improve as developers, and utilize this information to make the Elder Scrolls 6 and future Bethesda games better. Ignoring this will only make things worse. I sincerely hope you guys do, and I say this as someone who wants to see Bethesda redeem themselves. But my friends, if this is the leadership at Bethesda, if this is the standards they have at Bethesda right now, then I think we should all be worried about the Elder Scrolls 6 and all future games from Bethesda. That's just my opinion though. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you all on the next one.